What does it take to stand out in the pharmaceutical industry of tomorrow? This is Group 11 Consultancy, bringing you an executive summary of Mallinckrodt Pharmaceuticals' 5-year plan. We'll outline the key challenges the company faces going into 2020 and the strategies that will shape the next phase of its development. Mallinckrodt is a global biopharmaceutical company with industry-leading expertise in the production of complex generic pharmaceuticals and active pharmaceutical ingredients. The company's total revenue has been relatively stable in the past 3 years, with strong performance of the recently acquired Japan-based drug amortizing hedging losses in the US market. 2018 was a tough year though, with controversy surrounding the company's opioid product line and legal cases arising over its pricing and addictive nature. Share prices suffered, falling 80% in the last year. Decisive action is needed to ensure a sustainable future.
Mallinckrodt faces 3 main challenges. Firstly, ensuring survival by limiting vulnerability from legal cases, which we'll address in our short-term plan. Secondly, addressing our outdated research and development model, pushing for competitive advantage through innovation. And thirdly, expanding beyond the home US market we currently depend on, starting with our ambitious expansion plan to Indonesia.
So how should Mallinckrodt respond to its immediate threat? We break it down into 3 main parts: settling litigation liabilities, improving brand reputation, and restructuring the organisation for the future.
Due to our smaller size, these legal cases have hit Mallinckrodt harder than other opioid manufacturers, which in turn is a concern for investors. Finalising a global settlement framework with the aim to reach a fair resolution as soon as possible is our #1 priority. We look to the example of Teva and how pushing to refinance debt in the form of drug donations could further strengthen our financial footing. It is crucial for Mallinckrodt to repair its brand image, reputation and regain public trust. We'll do this by prioritising ethical governance and releasing transparency reports on costing of drugs, increasing philanthropic efforts, particularly offering funding and collaboration to addiction centres and non-profit organisations working in this space, and addressing internal processes that led to the pricing controversy, reviewing the pricing strategy and guaranteeing a price freeze for Akbar gel. The final part of the short-term strategy is to create 2 separate business entities. The well-established specialty generics business, including opioids and APIs, that will retain the name Mallinckrodt, while specialty branded products and rare disease-focused technology will be allowed to flourish independently under the new Sonorant brand. This idea was proposed in December 2018, but was suspended over summer due to uncertainty over litigation and finances. This short-term plan ensures the financial security needed to resume this process, and ultimately we see the split as a crucial stepping stone for the company. The pharmaceutical industry is in the midst of a productivity crisis, with more and more money being spent for a decreasing return on investment. Mallinckrodt is in transition to a federated business model. We believe that pharmaceuticals of the future will benefit from a network of external partnerships, such as with medical device companies, educational institutions, and biotech startups. Common projects will facilitate cross-fertilization of ideas. Mallinckrodt has already made steps in this direction, the separation of company arms enabling a deliberate focus on innovation within the specialty brand business, along with the recent announcement of our flagship project with Washington University.
Mallinckrodt is an established global player with manufacturing sites and product lines in Ireland, Canada, Japan, as well as the US. But despite this, the US market still accounts for 90% of the company's total revenue. That's why we're pleased to announce our ambitious expansion strategy, starting with Indonesia. The key objectives of this strategy are maximising profits with further revenue streams, which has the added benefit of diversifying risk, establishing market capital in a new area with high growth projections, and growing and expanding patient access to high quality, proven drugs. Early on, we identified Southeast Asia as an extremely interesting emerging prospect, and Indonesia is not only politically stable and the major regional economic power, but also one of the fastest growing pharmaceutical industries in the world. Respected foreign brands such as ours can offer a clear step up in quality over local manufacturers, so why wait for other global brands to move in? Local policies require foreign pharmaceutical companies to own a domestic manufacturing base, which, although a barrier to entry, aligns with Mallinckrodt's vertical integration of manufacturing and supply chain elements. Indonesia is in relatively close proximity to our Japanese division, which will act as continental HQ. A geocentric direct development approach facilitates HR efficiency while retaining full control of profits and strategic direction.